got a camera holder here for the phone, and I can read that through the phone. It says the required width of the working space in front of panel boards or switchboards, disconnects, and motor control center shall be. So we know that it's 30 inches side to side, and we know that it's 36 front to back. And we are experimenting with this, so we're going to see if this thing's going to stay or is it going to try and fall the whole time. So make sure you guys reach out below. I'm probably going to pull up the actual live here on YouTube. Let's see here. Let's just pull up the YouTube. Stop that. And we're going to go to studio. Content. Live. And we'll go to the control room here. That way I can get your chat right over here. Perfect. Okay. I've got the chat up. We should be ready to go. So you'll have to forgive my tripod for moving so much. Here we go. All right. So required feet front to back. It says the width of the equipment, or the required width of working space. It should be 30 inches. The width is 30 inches. 36 would be front to back. So we're going to go with 30 inches because that's going to be the width. And we're in what we call study mode because I've only got 15 minutes to do 20 questions. So we're challenging ourselves here. And yeah, here we go. So we did get it right. Next, on a 4-wire 3-phase delta connected electrical system, the conductor having the higher voltage to ground high leg shall be identified as, and it's going to say orange, if the grounded conductor is also present to supply lighting or similar loads. So we know that it's orange. I can show you where that is in the code, but it also pops up right here, which is pretty useful for you guys to study. So yeah, we're going to go next. Thermostatically controlled switching devices serving as both controllers and disconnecting means for fixed electrical space heating shall be. Okay, this is going to be a good question. So what we can do, we can go, it says here space heating. So we already know that we need to go to 422, which is, let's see here. Go to 422. 422 is appliances, fixed space heating equipment. Now, what was the question? Controlled switching devices as both controllers and disconnecting means for fixed electric space heating. So we're looking for the keywords. Disconnecting means thermostatically is also going to be a keyword there. So let's see if we can find the disconnecting means and thermostatically. Fixed electric here. And we're just going to kind of just scroll through real quick. See if we can find thermostatically controlled right here. And what it says, serving as both controllers and disconnecting means, provide with a marked off position, directly open all grounded conductors, designs to the circuit. So we found the answer to the question. We just got to see what it's asking. So first off, we don't have an all of the above. So B designs that the circuit cannot be energized automatically after the device has been manually placed in the off position. That is a really good rule. So let's see if it says that. Temperature devices, cycles, and operate. Wait, hang on. Where were we? Already lost it. Oh, yeah. So, provided with a marked off position. Grounded conductors when manually placed directly open all ungrounded. Now check this out. This says grounded, not ungrounded. I'm going to waste some time so you guys can learn here. I've only got 5 minutes anyway. It doesn't matter. Directly open all grounded conductors. Grounded is the neutrals. So grounding is green. Grounded is white. And this is a trick question. Look, grounded. If we look here in the actual question, it says ungrounded here in the code. So this is how they're going to get you. Provided with a marked off position, designs to the circuit cannot be energized automatically after the device has been placed in the off position. manually, I think it's that one. Go back here. Designed so that the circuit cannot be energized automatically after the device has been placed in the off position. So that's it there. So that's going to be the answer. And there it is, 424.20A3. And there we are there, 424.20A3 right there. Exactly as we found it. I'm going to pull up the chat, see if anybody's chatting. What's going on, guys? We're going to be doing this for a little bit tonight. Next, what is the maximum distance between supports of straight runs or threaded trade size 2 in RMC? Now, this is also a trick question because 2-inch has a different rule than others. So let's go look at the RMC code, which is in the 330 somewhere. It's one of the first ones too. So we got 324. It might be before all this. Looking for RMC, FC, AC, FCC, MC, MI, NM. Come on, we're running out of time. SC, UF, IMC, RMC. Here we go. Okay, so now we're looking at RMC. We're looking for supports. We know that supports is usually a .30. So, and then a .10 is usually your 10. Is it a 10 or is it a? They usually stay pretty consistent with this, but we know a security and supporting is going to be a .30. But I also know, because I got total recall, that we actually need to look up here because this is where our trade sizes are, and this is our maximum distance between conduit supports. So if we read this, it'll tell us to go back here to B2. See right here, B2, and then this is B2 up here. So we see here that we got 2-inch RMC, and we're looking at 16 feet. So we go over here, 16 feet should be the answer. And there it is there. If I click the wrong one, what happens? Good. Okay. So 16 feet it is. Let's go. For trade size 1/2-inch RMC is in a class 1 location and 1/2-inch conduit seal is required. The thickness of the sealing compound should not be less than. This is a very cool question for a master's test, actually. So let's go look at class 1 locations, which is going to be in Article 500. So if we go here, we're going to go here to Article 500. And it's going to talk about the class of locations. So we're in classified locations. And we know that we're looking at a class 1 location. There's our classes there. So we're going to keep going. Class 1 Division 2, Class 1 Division 1, Class 1 locations. So we know that the Class 1 locations are with flammable gases, flammable liquid produced vapors, or combustible liquids. Now, what makes it a division determines on how it's going to be used in its normal setting. But a Class 1 has to do with flammable liquids. A Class 2 has to do with dust. See here? Dust. Class 2, dust. Class 3, I think, is... let's see. Class 1 is liquids. Flammable. I was going to think it was vapors. What is Class 3 again? I can't remember. It's been a minute. Okay. Well, let's just find this. So we know that we're going to be in Class 1. And what we're looking for is seal-offs. So it says here, Class 1 location and 1/2-inch conduit seal is required. The thickness of the sealing compound shall not be less than blank. What's going on, BWs? How's it going? Yeah, the code book. We're about to fail this test, though, because I only got 28 seconds left because we started this before we even started the live. So I put it on for 20 minutes, and we've only been live for 10. Okay. We need to find the thickness of the conduit. Let's see if we can find it. Okay, so we're going to keep going because this just talks about the classes. So we're going to get more into the class 1 locations here. And we're going to see we got boxes and fittings. We got flexible connections. We're looking for the seal off. So we got class 1. Doesn't tell us what division though. All it says is the class. And this is the threaded metal, RMC. That's where it shall be permitted. We are looking for the sealing. So there's boxes and fittings. Let's see if we can find something called sealing. There's your boundary, entering enclosures. We're getting close, sealing and drainage. And now we're looking for a thickness. I don't feel like it's going to be here though. I feel like it's going to be somewhere else. Let's look over here. The entry. Seals 18 inches from the enclosure. I think I had it in inches though. Let's see if we can find this here. How thick does the seal need to be? There's the compound. Thickness of the compound. Check that out. Thickness, installed, completed seals, listed cables shall not be less than the metric designated trade size of the sealing fitting expressed in units. In no case shall the thickness of the compound be less than 5/8 of an inch. That is good to know. I do a lot of gas station inspections. I did not have that off the top of my head. Now, usually I see it at least an inch thick, and sometimes I make them pour more. It just depends on how I feel about it. Usually it's called Chico that goes in the ceiling fittings. And usually when they pour it, they call the inspection right away. So it's normal to kind of dig a little bit out with my fingernail. But the last time I did a gas station inspection, man, I was digging that stuff out and it was like all goopy and stuff. I was like, man, this ain't gonna work. Instant fail. Made them pour more. But yeah, usually I see that stuff at least, 1 inch thick. Make sure they don't cheat. Okay, we're gonna start another one. Let's start another test. Let's see here. How do we do this? We're gonna do another one here. This is a very slow website. Sitemap. Hang on, it's gonna bring up my email, so I don't really want to show that. Wow, this is a really slow website. Usually not this slow. All right, I'm starting to get impatient. It will not load. It will not load here. I'm gonna push back. Push back again. Push forward. Okay. Let's go back to my tests. This is tests.com, by the way. It's usually not this slow. We're going to do another practice exam. I think I can bring this up now. We're going to go with 20 minutes again. 15 minutes. That's what we did before. And we're going to do 20 questions in 15 minutes. And we will leave it in study mode. We're not going to cheat, though. But that way you guys can see the answer and see where it came from. Came by to hit the like. Can't watch without getting sick. Have a fun night. Yeah, man, I hope you feel better, dude. Okay, here we go. First question. Number 2, AWG copper having a temperature rating of 75 degrees C has an ampacity of blank when installed in an area where the ambient temperature is expected to reach 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, I don't like to do calculations on these when we're live. We lose a lot of people. We like to just show you how to find the answer. But in general, what you're going to do is you're going to go here to 310. This is your ambient temperatures here. There's your multipliers. I'm not going to pull out the calculator. There's your ambient temperature in degrees. There's your, this is what we started at. So number 2 being good for 115 here on the 75 degrees C. There's a 176 degree Fahrenheit. So let's see here. 100. Number 2, 115 on the 75 degrees C. What is the question? I'm going to say it's 115. We got it wrong. Next. Okay, 208 volts. Okay, next question. Come on, next question. Determine the voltage drop on branch circuit given the following related information. Okay, so, dang, dude. It's 2 times K times I times L divided by the CMA. We're not going to bother doing it, though. We would take 2 times I, which is 5, 2 times 5, 2 times K. K is 12.9. I is amperage. L is length. So you multiply all that and divide it by, they're actually giving us the K value in the ohms. So you probably use 4 ohms. So we could do 10 times, let me get a calculator. Let's see if we can do it. Ah, 5 times 300 times 2. 2 times K times I equals 4 equals. Let's see here. L length 2 times K times I times L. Four ohms per 1,000 feet. I'm going to say it is, what is the voltage drop? Probably 6 volts. There we go. So, what do we got? We got VD equals I times R. Oh, they did it differently. Okay, well that's fine. We got it right. Next. In buildings other than dwelling units, exposed within a suspended ceiling space other than dwelling units. Okay, so NM and NMC are not approved for use where installed in exposed within a suspended ceiling space in other than dwelling units. So it's going to be 2 only. But we can look that up. Someone said you're doing coding. This is not coding. This is code book. Hope your week is going good and the family's doing awesome. Yeah, man, everyone's doing pretty good. So, in buildings other than dwelling units, NM is Romex. NMC is also Romex. So, what we know about Romex is that it can be in dwelling units. And it can also be in commercial buildings. It just can't be within a suspended ceiling space. So it's going to be just 2. This one. Yeah, we got it. Next. Lamp holders installed over highly combustible material shall be of the That's interesting. That is an interesting question. Highly combustible material? Jeez, man. You'd think it'd be metallic. Lamp holders installed over highly combustible. That is a good question. Let's go to 410 on luminaires. We're having some pretty good questions here. Okay, here's lamp holders and lamps. So combustible shades. Airspace shall be provided between lamps and shades or enclosed with combustible material. Let's go to the next. Let's go to the next page. I think. Yep, next page. Marking. Portable, cord, screw, double pole lamp holders and wet, near combustible material. Okay. Lamp holders shall be constructed with shades or guards. Keep going. Lamp holders shall be constructed and installed. Or guards, no. Combustibles shall be installed so combustible material will not be subject. I see installation. Fire resistant. Where the heck is... Okay, lamp holder, screw shell type. Wattage. Thermal. Kind of jumping all over the place here, but I'm trying to find this thing. Luminaires that use a metal halide. High intensity. Switching. For supply bound grounded shall be... Nope. Enclosures. I would like to find this answer. Lamp holders near combustible material with shade guards that's not subject to temperatures in excess. That would almost mean metal, you would think. Okay, we can't sit here all day. We're going to go with metallic, but I also want to know what the answer is. Oh, it's not the right answer. It's probably switched then. You wouldn't want to leave it unswitched. Damn. Is it non-metallic? It's unswitched. Lamp holders over highly combustible material must be unswitched. Okay. I guess that makes sense. 410.12. Hang on. Let's find it. 410.12. We went too far. I guess what they're saying is that the switch is actually on the lamp holder. And that makes sense. There it is right there. Highly combustible material. So I was thinking like a switch on a wall. And you wouldn't want to switch to luminaire. And I'm like, nope, they would definitely want to turn that off. But they were probably talking about actually having a physical switch on the actual lamp holder itself. So that makes more sense. Okay. Next. One of the following list of cables has an overall covering that is fungus resistant. Dude, we are getting some really cool questions here. So we're going to go to cords, which is 400 here. And we're going to find all this stuff. So we got to find the one that says fungus resistant. I promise you, I have never, ever had to look up this question. Thermoplastic, oil resistant, resistant, thermoplastic, thermoset. It actually says fungus resistant. That's crazy. We could probably guess just based on the material, but it'd be kind of cool to find it in here. Oil. Damp locations. Oil resistant. This is where we will find it, though. Hazardous. Optional markings, flexible cords. Let's see, what does it say? One of the following listed cables has an overall covering that is fungus resistant. We know it's going to be NMB. because that's UF cable. But I would like to find it. What's up, Rodney? What's going on? Yeah, exactly, Jeff. Wet location. Where the heck does it say fungus resistant, man? That's wild. Jacketed cable. These are cords. They could be in the wrong spot. N, G, E, flexible cords and cables. Rodney, where do you find the fungus resistant cable at? I know it's NMB, but I would like to find the answer. Let's see where they found it. NMB. It's not NMB. Is it NMC? It is. 334.116. 334.116. Let's see here. Three 34 116 sheath overall covering. Wow, look at that. You would just have to look at, so it looks like insulation 334.112. Is that a common thing? So if we go here, if we went to SE and we went to a 112, it does. Look at that. Just like a .30 is supports, a .112 is the insulation of individual. That's really good to know. See, look, a .30 is always going to be securing and supporting. So if you ever get a question about insulation, you can quickly go and find the ratings of insulation for all of this material. Yeah, even TC, if I go to a 112 here, 116, 104, it didn't have one there. MI cable, probably not going to have one there either. But MC will. Let's see here. MC cable. Do we have a 112 there? 112 insulation. Tells you all about the sheath too. That is pretty cool. Okay. So yeah, NMC. Next. 20 feet. Man, we got a lot of calculations in this one. Next question. Anything. Next question. One of the following listed inverse time circuit breakers is not the standard ampere rating per the NEC. I think it's a 75 amp. But we can go to 240.6 to find it. So if we go to 240.6 here, because 240 is overcurrent protection. And then the .6 is a really, really common page that you'll turn to find the standard ampere ratings here. See, 70 and then 80. So 75 is definitely not a standard ampere rating for fuses or breakers. All right, let's do another one. Man, this website's going really slow. Okay, this time we're actually going to try to do one. So let's see if we can get through 20 questions in 20 minutes. 15 minutes. 15 minutes, 20 questions. Here we go. We got 20 questions, 15 minutes, all sections, test mode. Let's go. All right, Class 1 Division 2, RMC. The IMC for flexibility is not provided. The conduit stem shall IMC. Where pendant mounted luminaires are suspended by RMC. Means for flexibility is not provided. The conduit stem shall have a length not more than... Holy crap, man. That is a hard question right out the gate. Class 2, Division 1. We should skip this question and go back. There's Class 3. Class 2, Division 1. We're looking for lighting, flexible cords, but that's not it. Class 2, Division 1, ventilation, pendant luminaires shall be suspended by threaded steel 12 inches. For rigid stems longer than 12 inches. We're going with 12 inches. I see 12 inches right there. Let's go 12 inches. Got it. Okay. A 240 volt crap. We're just going to have to guess this. I don't have time to do this. It's NM, so it's going to be 60 degree C cable. 240 volt circuit. 8,000 watts. What size cable? Based on 8,000 divided by 240. We're just gonna fudge this. I'm not gonna bother looking in the book. We're gonna go 8,000, 240, 33. I would say number 83 with a ground. That makes me nervous. Oh, and it's a wall. Oh, it's more than that. It's more than that. We're going to go with a 4-3 next. Okay. The NEC specifies one equipment shall be within sight of another equipment that's specified that's 50 feet. It's in Article 100. Floor-mounted FCC cable shall be covered with copper squares no longer larger than... I actually did not know this as a code. That is very interesting. FCC cable. So let's go here to FCC cable. TC SE. Uh-oh, I think I went too far. Oh, I definitely went too far. ENT. Got it. Yeah. Let's go back here. TC NM MI. Where are you? FCC. Right here. Hey, stop that. And we're looking for top shield. Nope. We're looking for carpet. Shields, top shield, bottom shield. Floor coverings here. 39.7 inches. So that is the answer there. 39.37. 39.37. Got it. Next. Receptacles incorporating isolated ground. Intended for the reduction of electrical noise. It has a happy face. That's freaking awesome. We're going with orange triangle. That's in 408 receptacles. When intermediate IMC is threaded in the field, the standard cutting die with a taper per foot shall be used. I don't know that answer. Let's go find it. It's IMC. So So it's back here somewhere. Strut, cable trays. Stop turning the pages. Wish I had two hands here. Busways. Auxiliary. EMT. EMT. FMT. Stop that. What the hell is IMC? Hello? RMC. FMC. P. The fan is actually starting to piss me off. We need to find IMC. MC, SCC. We probably could have looked in the back of the book by now. Dude, I didn't find IMC. AEC, FCC, IGS, MI, NM, TC, SEP, UF, IMC there. Okay, stop it. IMC. All right, what's it asking? The thread. So we're looking for the thread. What location? Securely fastened. Supports threadless. Running threads. Running threads. Grounding, marking. Ooh, it's gonna be here somewhere. Maximum number. Bends. Supports. Couplings and connectors. Running threads should not be used. Okay. IMC is threaded in the field. The standard cutting die with a taper. Why is it not here? I know why it's not here, because they designed it that way. Bends, reaming and threading. Here it is. Taper of 1 inch per 3/4 taper per foot. So it's 1 inch, 3 inch taper per foot, 3/4 inch taper per foot with a 3/4. The standard comes out with a 1 inch taper per foot. It's supposed to have a 1 inch taper. One with a 1 inch, 3/4 inch taper per foot with a taper of 1. Oh, that is very confusing, because I have a feeling that the answer is 3/4. Standard cutting die with a taper of 1 inch. I'm going to go 3/4, but it says both, so whatever. Storage batteries legally require standby systems, which would be a generator. Oh, maybe not. Shall have a capacity 87.5% of the system voltage. Circuits supplying legally require standby for a period of at least blank hours. It should be that answer. But if we went to storage batteries, which would be actually faster to find in the back of the book. It's like 4 something. The back of the book is your friend. ST, surface, stage. S, stage, O. Storage batteries 480. 480. 450. 490. 480. Storage batteries, and then we're going to look for legally required standby here. So if we look here for the busway terminals. Support. Illumination here. Interconnections. We could also look in the legally required, which would be in the 517, because like hospitals are legally required standby. But for the purpose of time, we're just going to go with that. Let's identify for higher percentage of fill the cross-sectional area of conductors and optical fiber tubes in a conduit seal class 1 division 2 shall not exceed the cross-sectional area of RMC. Are you freaking kidding me right now? Yeah, taking a journeyman test for the viewers, exactly. We might have to go back and look at that one. Let's go to the next question. I want to find that one though. That's a cool question. We can skip. I'm not to skip it. We could find that. We could help you guys out. Well, let's just look it up. We're gonna lose time. Let's just look it up. Unless specifically identified for a higher percentage of fill, the cross-sectional area of conductors for fiber tubes in a conduit seal in a Class 1, Division 1, and Division 2. So we got a Class 1, Division 1, and 2. So let's go here. What's up, Russ? Let's go here to Class 1, Division 1. Class 1, Division 1 and 2. Okay. Now we need to find the Class 1. There's the temperature. Class 2. We need to start getting into the Class 1. There we go. Okay, so we got Class 1 there. Now we're looking for boxes and fittings, which we're close. Here is some of the fiber optic cable shall be permitted to be installed in cable trays. Optical fiber shall be sealed in accordance with 501.15. So let's go to 501.15. Right here, sealing and drainage. And it talks about the cross-sectional area. So, what are the options? 25, 40, 50, 60. Okay. Sealing. Conduit seals. Entry enclosures. Compound fittings. Assemblies. Conductor fiber fill. Here we go. 25%. That's the answer right there. See, it doesn't take long to find these. You just got to have the patience to try to look for it. That took us less than a minute to find. For emergency systems where internal combustion engines are used as a prime mover, shall provide with an on-site fuel supply sufficient for not less than so many full demand hours. We could look this up if we wanted to. We'd probably be in. We'll look that up too. It'd be 700. So 700 is emergency systems, right here. And if we're looking for something about a prime mover, so let's see if we can find it here. It's going to have internal combustion. There's a generator there, components, fuel, right there, 2 hours, full demand, right there. I think for emergency systems, the source power, we're just going to go with 2 hours because we found it. Let's just do that. Okay, NEC, 90 degrees C temperature rating, NM and NMC for the ampacity adjustment corrections does not exceed, it should be 60 degrees C because that's NMC. 60 degrees temperature rating, NMC to be used for ampacity adjustment corrections provided the calculation ampacity does not exceed. If it's NMC, it should be 60. We're gonna go. As per code, I think I was wrong. As per code, 125 volt single phase 15 to 20 amp circuit outlets within blank of the outside. That should be 3 feet. No, it should be 6 feet because it is receptacles, shower stall at 6 feet. That's in 210.8 GFCIs. Which of the following lists of storage batteries not permitted to use the source of power for emergency systems? Is not permitted. Ooh, that's interesting. I feel like you can use lead acid unless that's a new code. Probably automotive batteries, yeah. Watch it be all of them. Battery to supply the following continuous duty motors for motor control. I don't know. Next question. Let's see if we get one more in. One more question. We got 10 seconds. Non-carrying metal parts of the technology shall be not bonded to the equipment ground. Sure. 4 seconds left. 4 seconds. I guess that. Single phase. Okay. All right. So let's see what we got, because we had 15 minutes to do 20 questions, and the last two we flat out guessed very quickly. And, you know, that's pretty good because you have 4 hours to take this test. So if we're doing 10 questions in 15 minutes, we're doing pretty good. Let's go to the test prep. Let's see what we got. It is taking a long time to go to the test prep. Oh, what's up, G Sierra? How's it going? Appreciate it. This thing is not moving right now. Go to the test prep. Yes, you are welcome. Wow, this thing is like not working. Yeah, so it's test.com, and this website has never been slower. Kind of makes me wonder about my internet. Well, I'm streaming. I'm streaming on my phone with the Wi-Fi, so internet should be fast. We found that fiber cable, though. Oh, we also found that generator question, too. Damn, this thing's not going. Yep. I don't know. It won't work anymore. But, yeah, that's how you look things up. You know, it helps to kind of know where everything is. But what really helps the most is knowing that, like, supports is a .30, and a uses permitted is typically a .10. And let me see. Here's a fun fire prevention for generators. So this is clearances and how far away from windows and, you know, all that stuff. Hey, it actually loaded. Let's see here. My tests. Yeah, it's going so slow. I gotta check the speed of my internet. Oh no, the internet's like stupid fast. We got 2,000 megabytes. Megabits, whatever. Okay. Well, I guess that's going to be it, because this thing's not going to work. Yeah, now we're waiting for this thing to load. It'll barely even log in. That's crazy. All right, we'll try another night when test.com isn't being so stupid. Yeah, unbearably slow. That's all I got. Appreciate all the support, and good luck on your test, and see you guys later.